So we're talking about scale. First of all, what is scale? Does anyone know? Anyone tell me what they think scale is? Not something you stand on to measure your weights. Bailey?
It's on a map.
Okay, it is on a map. Any other qualities you know about scale? What's it? It could tell you how big things are. Good. Yep.
Type of measurement.
It's a type of measurement. Very good, Bailey.
It can tell like little things about the map.
It can tell little things, especially if you're talking about larger or smaller scale. We're not going to talk about that today, but yes. So, what is scale? It compares sizes. Okay, so a real-world thing to what you're putting on a map. So, for example, if we were going to make our maps of the playground like we did this morning, what do you think a good scale would be for that piece of paper you had? So, if the whole let's say the whole playground is 100 feet long. How big is your paper, roughly?
Like
A foot, okay. So our scale could be 1 foot equals 100 feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into it. So, you're comparing the real world to a model or a map. You will always see the scale somewhere visible on the map. There were only about 2 people this morning, and it may have been some of you, that put a scale on their map. Okay, usually a scale is going to be written as a 1 semicolon with a number after it. Like this. Like that. On contour maps, I'm going to give you the contour interval. Do you remember what I said the contour lines represent? What do the contour lines, the lines on a contour map represent? Yes. Or if you don't remember the word, what? Give me a synopsis.
I don't know. Positive and not positive.
Positive and negative.
Depression.
Depression is down.
And positive.
Impression is up, but it is representing elevation. Okay?
That's what it was.
So you're going to see your scale right here, but you're also going to see the elevation scale. So each line, so one line, this specific map, it's not showing a map, would be 10 feet. So 1 semicolon 10. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay? There are a couple different ways that you can write and read scale. The first one is going to be, like I said, the semicolon. Also, fractions, if you write it as a fraction, so it would be 1. If our scale is 1 to 2, it could also be written as 1 over 2. Okay, so 2 parts compared to 1 part. So someone tell me what you think 1 to 2 means. Bailey. Think about scale. So if my map of the playground has 1 foot, what does that equal? 2 of what?
2 centimeters.
Could be 2 centimeters. So maybe the playground is 1 large area, whereas your little map has 2 centimeters. Okay, that's correct.
Or you could do 100 feet and the paper could be 1 foot.
Okay, so then, show me how you write that. Bailey, come on up. So write a scale of 1 to 100. How do we say? Do people agree, disagree, not sure? Not sure? Let's go back a slide. How should we write 1 to 100? A scale of 1 to 100. So 1 inch equals 100 feet.
Oh, a slash.
Come on up.
Oh, I got it.
There are 2 different ways we can do it. You write one of them.
Oh, I know one. I know how I can do it. This wall.
You take a seat. I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, sorry.
The examples are on the board. Someone want to help her out? Come on.
Oh.
Just a second. So write 1 to 100, a scale of 1 to 100. How would it look on a map?
Oh.
That's 1 to 2. What if it's 1 to 100? Okay, and why don't you come up and write the other way? Do you know that? So we're going to erase this one.
That was bad.
It is.
Oh,
So 1 over 100. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that on my map, 1 inch, so let's say about that far, equals out on the playground 100 feet. Okay, so that would be a way that you could write scale. So does everyone have their map with them?
yep, no, I got mine. Oh, yeah.
If you do have your map with you, I want you to take your pencil and I want you to write what your scale might be of the playground. It doesn't have to be 1 to 100 if you think it's larger than 100 feet, or if you only drew one small section of your map. So, did anyone in here not draw the whole playground?
I did.
What specifically did you draw?
I drew one of the basketball courts.
Okay, so we have a basketball court. How large is your basketball court? Like how, in real life, how big is the basketball court? Take a guess.
Maybe like 50 feet.
Okay, let's say it's 25 feet large. How big is the basketball court on your piece of paper? How many inches?
Probably like. You don't even know.
7 inches?
25 centimeters.
Okay. So then our scale is going to be 25 feet equals 7 inches. Okay, so I want everyone to write something like that on their map right now.
Can I take a quick peek outside really quick out the window?
You can look out my window, yes. For those of you that didn't measure this morning, we already talked about it a little bit. What are some things that you could have used to measure? Isis, what are some things you could have used to measure this morning?
A ruler.
A ruler is one of them. It would have taken a long time. What's another thing? Damien? A meter stick. What else, Ethan? What else could we use to measure? Okay, yardstick. It's slightly different than a meter stick, yeah. What other thing do we talk about in the Vic that would be a great tool to measure with? Your feet. Yes. So you could be either going like this, or you could be measuring your strides. It's much faster than using a ruler and laying it down 100 times or 200 times. Are there any questions on scale right now? Okay. You can